Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I want to talk to you guys about something that I have noticed within my own kind of pattern of behaviour, and I've only really just kind of noticed it the past like week or two because I was completely oblivious to it before, but my mum happened to mention it to me and I was like, actually I can really see where you're coming from, and I can see that, not the damage, but I can see like the effect that it does have on me as an individual. And I think, yeah, well, I'm gonna get onto it, and I just want to talk to you guys about it because I know that if anyone's gonna understand me, it's gonna be you guys. Before we start, if you could smash me a big thumbs up down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel, I will forever be grateful. Honestly, I will really appreciate any comment, any feedback, any like content suggestions. So yeah, let's get on to the video. So today's video is a little bit more chatty than my recent ones have been. I feel like this is a subject that, you know, it might not be something that a lot of people would like to admit, and that's okay. I'm gonna do it because I'm kind of okay admitting it. I'm alright talking about it. It doesn't really affect me, but it does affect me, but it doesn't affect me when I speak about it. It doesn't affect a relationship or friendship that I have because I don't have any friends, nor do I have any relationships. So yeah, it's not going to affect me that way, so I'll talk about it. Like we've spoken about, our brains, our ADHD brains, our neurodivergent brains are really kind of stimulated by passion, by interest, and we can only really like complete tasks or do tasks that we are super engaged with, like super interested with, passionate about, and that's what makes like daily life chores working really hard for us neurodivergents, because sometimes things are just not, we're just not interested in everything, and our brains are just like, nope. And like I say, there's nothing wrong with that, because that's how my brain works too. Like that's how my brain works. So like I say, employment, you know, sometimes things are just a lot harder for us ADHDers, us neurodivergents, because life just doesn't go by how our brain works. It's completely the opposite sometimes. It feels like the world is against us, doesn't it? So what I want to talk to you guys about is ADHD and kind of addiction. I'm not on about alcohol or, you know, substance addiction. I'm on about ADHD and video game addictions, technology addictions. I am addicted to video games. I am addicted to technology, and I really am. And it has affected quite a lot of things. My productivity is one of the main things that it does affect. It affects when I make YouTube videos, because I get so absorbed on the things I'm going to tell you about that, you know, I lose passion for anything else, and it's almost like, oh, that can wait, I'll do that tomorrow, and then tomorrow never comes because I'm so absorbed onto my video games, to my technology, that my tasks don't even get a look in. So I'm going to tell you some of the things I personally get addicted to, and some of the things that I find my brain like kind of going towards, like craving, because I think there could be a correlation between this. So what I can kind of go back on my timeline of addiction, technology addiction, the first thing I can really see myself getting addicted to was YouTube. So I used to watch so many YouTube videos. I used to fall asleep watching them. That was the only way I could fall asleep. You know, I used to, when I went to the dentist, I used to watch YouTube videos and put my headphones in so the noise of the dentist didn't affect me, didn't scare me, didn't overwhelm me, and that was like a real, I'm not gonna lie, it was a real addiction. I used to watch people like Roman Atwood, Alfie Day, Zoella, Tanya Burr, Marcus Butler, April and Davey, and the Crazy Middles and her sister as well. Like, I used to be totally obsessed, and I actually had to delete YouTube as a whole, and only upload on this channel through kind of going online onto the studio, YouTube studio. So I had to delete the app because I was becoming so fixated. It was the only way that I could go to sleep. You know, when I was having a bath, I had to have my iPad in the bathroom so that I could watch YouTube. It became really like a really important part of my day, and it was a very kind of big part of my day, and everything had to be evolved around this, and going to the doctors, going out shopping, everything had to have a YouTube video involved. I had to have my headphones in watching YouTube videos, and it was a little bit obsessive for me, and I actually found myself thinking like, Molly, why are you so kind of addicted to this? So I actually, you know, I made some moves myself to help me cut that relationship with YouTube. I had to delete the app and just forget about it, and I had to get another kind of, well, I didn't have to, but my mind naturally went to something else because it was like, I need to fill that void. So the next thing was my iPad. So yeah, iPad Pro. I've had all the series. I've got the newest one now. So yeah, my iPad, when I stopped watching YouTube, I then started on my iPad. I downloaded loads of games. I didn't really like any games. I didn't find myself kind of evolving into a gaming kind of thing. I didn't naturally like games, actually. It wasn't something I was interested in. And then from that point on, it was just like I started downloading drawing apps, and then I got really into drawing and creating my YouTube, as in creating my Instagram content. And then, you know, that was a healthy, productive fixation, and I was really happy with that. And you know, I allowed my creativity to come out like that because at one, I was expressing how I was feeling, and actually I was helping, well, now 100,000 odd people on my Instagram. Like, my followers were liking it, and you know, it was really great. So that wasn't an unhealthy addiction that I had, and I was just really like hyper focused on making content. And again, I would stay up pretty late making content and pumping it all out, and it wasn't a bad or unhealthy one, but I found myself drawn to my iPad 95% of the day, and I didn't want to go out because I wanted to do this. I wanted to finish what I started on my iPad. Then something else came into my life and totally blew the iPad out of the water. This bad boy. Yeah, my Nintendo Switch totally blew my iPad out of the water, and I completely stopped touching my iPad. Honestly, I stopped creating content. I had to force myself to create content, which again was totally different from, like, you know, because only a couple of days ago was I totally obsessed with my iPad. I couldn't put it down, to the point where I had to ration my time because I was totally obsessed with it, to now not touching it at all and only being on this. And it wasn't just this. Like, there was one specific game, and I'm gonna grab it. Wait there. Animal Crossing. This and Animal Crossing together, I am not joking when I say I spent at least 7 hours straight on it every day for about 2 months. I was totally obsessed. I paid for subscriptions to people's Twitches so that I could get their Discord and download like loads of different things, get different, like, yeah, I became totally obsessed. And then just randomly after 2 months, it was just like, I'm not interested in that game anymore. And I downloaded another game, which is like, I think it's called Asphalt something game. It's about a car where you like drive cars and like race cars. Totally obsessed with that for about 2 months again. And yes, money was spent on the game. Like, all the games I play obviously cost money, and you have to pay like to sometimes get extra coins, stuff like that. And again, financially not great. Now I haven't played this for about 2 weeks. I haven't touched it. First time I've touched it in about 2 weeks now, because I now have a new obsession. I'm now obsessed with this. Matchmaster. Matchmasters. This game is taking all my time. I don't know why, I just really like it. I don't know if any of you play it. If you do, please send me some stickers. No, don't actually do that. But anyway, yeah, so this is now my new obsession. I'm playing it 24/7. I mean, I went out today on the train and I was playing it on the train, and like, seriously, that's not me. I usually like listen to music because that's my kind of thing that I do when I'm on a train. But no, I was playing this game. Who knew I could be a gamer? Like, from my iPad to my Nintendo Switch, I am totally now a gamer. I now want to buy myself a whole gaming setup. Like, I want a gaming channel. Like, I don't even know what that is. I've never even watched one, but I want one. I really want a gaming chair, like one of those nice pink gaming chairs. I want a gaming setup. I don't even know why, but I really want one. But I have to stop myself from doing it because I don't need it. So I don't actually know what I find so appealing about games. I really don't. But what I think appeals to me most is the escape from reality. Like, I don't have to be thinking about anything other than the game. How can I move up? How can I win points? How can I make this house that I'm creating on Animal Crossing better? How can I make the world on Sims better? You know, it's good for me, and I feel like it's a real healthy obsession sometimes, but the cons to it are my productivity like will just plummet because I'm obsessed with this one thing. So making content for my Instagram, making content for my YouTube channel, doing these sort of things become less and less important the longer I become like obsessed with these games. And I think video games are very addicting anyway, but when you have a very kind of addicting personality, and when your brain is like my brain, I don't know about any other ADHD or anything like that, but my brain is very addictive. Like when I like something, I want it more and more and more, and that is when I feel like I get the most kind of dopamine hit. It is when I'm passionate and I'm enjoying myself, and the more I get that, the more I want to do it. That's probably why it appeals to me. But now we're going to talk about some of the research behind this. Like, is there a link between ADHD, autism, like neurodivergence, and video game obsessions or like addictions to technology? Let's have a look. Let's go. I've got something to read to you because, again, I can't remember things. I'm not great at remembering things. So I'm just going to read to you what I find on the internet. And obviously the links and the references will be down below if you're interested in doing a little bit more research yourself. But I'm going to read it to you, really. So it says, the World Health Organization included gaming disorder in its reference books, internationally classification of diseases, beginning in 2018. So obviously there is evidence that video gaming in general is addicting and people can become super addicted to it. Is there any evidence and link that can link it with predominantly people with ADHD or autism becoming obsessed or addicted to them? Let's have a look. So it says, it's defined as a pattern of gaming behaviour characterised by impaired control over gaming, increasing priority given to gaming over any other activities to the extent that gaming takes importance over the interest of other daily activities. Oh my goodness, I definitely have a gaming. I definitely have that. I definitely have gaming disorder. Oh my goodness. Like I say, it makes me kind of like very reluctant to do anything else. Like my productivity plummets, like I've said. I'm not American, I'm English, so again, I don't know what this means in England, but oh well, let's just read it. It says, however, the American Psychiatric Association Manual, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, doesn't include a diagnosis of gaming disorder. Instead, gaming disorder is suggested as an area in need of further research. So obviously, kind of like from that, I'm assuming that people aren't happy to say that it's a disorder on its own. Like some psychiatric people, like doctors, are probably not happy that there is enough evidence to back that up, which is totally okay, because obviously that for everything there are always people that are like skeptical. They think that, you know, it's just the generation that we're in, which it could be. But yeah, so let's see if there's anything else. Here we go. So this is the part that we're going to talk about, kind of like ADHD and the specific kind of links and if there is any evidence. So here it says, all of the aspects of gaming may particularly appeal to people with ADHD. However, while children and adults with ADHD may have an increased risk to addictive behaviours towards video games, there is no clear, definitive link between playing video games and the development or worsening of ADHD in an adult or a child. So, okay, so there it's kind of saying there isn't any clear links that can definitively say, you know, connect ADHD to an addictive gaming disorder. So I just found something else that says, like, a bit of research, and it says researchers have several ideas about why video games may have such a strong pull on some ADHDers. Okay, so it says stimulation. Like I said, it's very stimulating when you play a game. Video games offer instant rewards, are generally fast-paced and visually exciting. These games could be a way of the child or adult to master a skill on their own terms, escape reality, like I just said, and feel better about themselves. I've literally just explained that. So the next one is like social connections. Kids with ADHD specifically sometimes have trouble forming relationships. That doesn't stop it. Kids does it. Adults do it too, but anyway. Online games allow them to make friends in a way they feel safe and in control of. Okay, like, yeah, but not just kids. That's the only thing I'd argue with there, because adults can do it too. Adults struggle with relationships and friendships, so yeah. A hyper focus is on here too. The ability to hyper focus on things and get excitement out of passion, things that you're passionate about. I don't really know what the conclusion of the research is. Basically, they're just unsure. There's no evidence to back up that there is a clear definitive link, which is cool, you know. Every day scientists are, you know, learning new things. Psychiatric people are learning new things, and doctors are not seeing their patients. Oh wait, sorry, that's not it. Doctors are learning new things too. I guess maybe in the future there could be more involvement on the research done with ADHD and video games, but in my conclusion, I kind of feel like there probably is a link between the addictive side of gaming anyway, and where our brains are quite addictive together. I mean, it's inevitable really, isn't it? There is a lot of research still to be done. There is no definitive links, but I just wanted to share my experience and kind of give you a little bit of research, because I know some people will want to know. So I kind of just thought I'd go ahead and just add some research in here. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if there's any other games that I can play. Let me know down below. Yeah, I probably won't start a gaming channel, don't worry about that. Probably no one would want to watch that anyway, would they? I mean, what would I do? Animal Crossing. Sims. Okay, right, we're not starting a gaming channel, don't worry about that. But yeah, let me know if there's any other games you want me to try out, and I'll let you know if I like it or not. If you could, particularly the free ones that don't need me to pay, because I don't need to be wasting any more money. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you struggle with this too, and what games you're addicted to, and I might just try some out. So yeah, thank you so much. I will see you next time. Remember to like and subscribe down below, and I will forever be grateful. So yeah, I'll see you next time, basically. So yeah, bye!